World of Warcraft has had some good expansions and some downright terrible ones, and sometimes it can be hard to find the good among all the copious amounts of terrible in these bad expansions. So today, I've been challenged to find the good in the one and only Shadowlands. So it's time to sit back, relax, and join me on the journey to discover why Shadowlands was good for World of Warcraft. So first we need to talk about the things that Shadowlands actually did right, and I know that's a surprise to hear that Shadowlands actually did something right. The first thing that it did right was that it introduced the weekly vault system. Now, if you don't remember before this, or you've just never played, the weekly vault system was just a weekly chest that kind of just gave you one item, and that item was completely random, and, you know, you could just get screwed over so much. You had to be kinda lucky if you want to get the items that you actually need for your character. And trust me, just like now, I wasn't getting lucky very often back then. This was a quality of life decision that everybody loved, and it looked like the expansion was going to go in a pretty good direction. Alongside this was the Renown system, which made an absolutely perfect upgrade upon the already existing Reputation system. This Reputation system just felt a hell of a lot better. I mean, look, if you look at old Reputation systems, you'd spend absolutely ages on Exalted, getting 21,000 rep, versus now in the current expansion, where you get 2,500 rep, and then you get rewarded for it. And sure, sometimes the rewards feel a little bit, shit. But still, it feels a hell of a lot nicer to be rewarded a lot more frequently. Kinda like the new talent system, which we'll be talking about later. And just like the weekly vault system, this still remains in Dragonflight, which means that it must be at least good enough for the community. Another great thing that Shadowlands did was that it gave us our Season 4 changes to both Raids and Mythic Plus. The season offered a massive change to M+, which went forward in the future to become a more reoccurring theme. By adding the old dungeons to the M+ pool, it makes everything feel a hell of a lot more fresh. I mean, look at it now in Dragonflight, it's clearly done well enough that we get new dungeons every season now. Although I will say some of the balancing of the older dungeons is a little bit it's still a hell of a lot better than playing the same 8 dungeons for an entire expansion. With the raids, they're all tuned to the same level, and every week the current raid would change from the one to the next to the next. It definitely helped spice up Season 4, which generally is normally just a massive content drought. And there was a big incentive to actually do the raids as well, as it gave you a mount for completing all of them on heroic difficulty. And even though I'm a little bit salty that the mount doesn't actually fly, I would love to see this raid system come back for Season 4 of Dragonflight. Although, I don't know how much I fancy trying to kill heroic Raz in pugs again. I mean, that was just all kinds of pain last time. There were some nice little things that they also added in Shadowlands, which made the game a lot better. For example, they added some class race combos, some added character customization, which is always welcome, and they added Exile's Reach, which was a brilliant starting experience for all new players. It actually teaches them what the hell to do when they actually get in the game. That, along with the level squish, made the game a hell of a lot better for new players. Although leveling still sucks balls. Yeah, no, it really sucks. I mean, how the hell are new players supposed to get into the game when leveling just feels like a giant chore before you actually start the real game? Blizzard really needs to figure out a way to make it fun. And finally, the last good thing that Shadowlands did was that it made it so Nathanos was dead. Now you're going to find out why this video isn't titled Why Shadowlands is Good, but Why Shadowlands is Good for WoW. Because clearly, going ahead, Blizzard has learned from the absolute sin that Shadowlands was. Because you can only learn from your failures. Isn't that right, Blizz? Realistically, the reason that Shadowlands is so good for WoW is that it gave Blizzard the kick up the arse that they needed to finally make an expansion as good as Dragonflight. From various terrible game design decisions like mission tables and covenants to, all that stuff that sorta happened. There was a lot of reasons why people quit the game, and when those numbers dropped so low that Bobby and the gang realised they wouldn't be able to afford another yacht this summer, they decided to actually listen and try and fix it. They had to get people back into the game, so they had to make some serious changes for the next expansion. A lot of the improvements actually came from Blizzard deciding to, for once, listen to the community. They looked at what the community was doing instead of playing Shadowlands, and for some of them it was playing Classic. People were pointing out how much better the talent system is in Classic, where it rewards you every level and you just feel more rewarded overall, and you can customize it a hell of a lot more than you could the 3 choices system thing. So, the new talent system was born, the updated one for Dragonflight, which does resemble quite similarly to the classic one, but in my opinion, it's actually a lot better. And surprisingly, this trend of listening to the community didn't just stop there. Borrowed Power was an expansion feature that was promised to never be seen again. Mission tables are wiped out so fast that I bet you don't even remember that the WoW Companion app's still on your phone. Yeah, no, it's still there. Pretty useless. but it's there. I think it's fair to say that without Shadowlands, Blizzard would have never given us the good reception that we needed. I mean, hell, look into the game's past. They've just been basically ignoring us on everything we told them was wrong with the game since Warlords of Draenor. But now, going forward, it looks like Blizzard's actually going to be doing some good things. And hopefully Blizzard could keep up this trend of doing right by its communities, not just in World of Warcraft, but in all of its games.
Is that we won't be delivering that dedicated hero mode with talent trees, that long-term power progression. Those things just aren't in our plans anymore.
Ah, fucking course. Yeah, never mind. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to discover why you may hate one of the factions, you can click on one of these videos here. And yeah, like and subscribe and all that jazz, you know? Really helps push the videos. And I can't complain about that. No, especially not if you join in the Discord, because we have that now. So yeah, just join it. Alright, bye.